babes, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Stacy. I'm a hair and makeup artist located in Toronto, and I absolutely love making women look and feel good about themselves. And here on this channel I create self-improvement, self-development, and femininity videos. So if that's your vibe, go ahead and join our community. We would love to have you here. So guys, for today's discussion, we will be discussing the importance of releasing anger. So if you're interested in seeing this video, please continue to watch. So in case you haven't noticed, this channel is slowly moving into the soft girl / femininity era, and I guess I can say that has always been a part of me. But you know, when you put yourself out there on the internet, you kind of want to act a certain way, and if it's not truly you, like eventually the true you is gonna come out. And what I noticed with myself is as of lately, there's been a calling for me to level up, and not just on the surface level but deeper, like healing my traumas, healing any wounds, any unforgiveness, and just showing up as my divine feminine self. And what is this? Basically, it's like a higher version of what you see here. Me getting my goals checked off, my desires coming through, just me in my highest state. And my goal for this channel is to foster a community where women can come and level up as well. Like, I want this channel to grow with me. Now, with that being said, I have been doing research tirelessly on different topics that I can bring to my community, to the women that faithfully watch me. Every time I upload, I want to bring even more value. And so that is where this topic of discussion today has stemmed from. A few weeks ago, I was doing a little bit of research, and then I came across the word anger, and I was reading up a little bit about it, and I thought to myself, I think I can definitely bring a perspective to my community that's gonna benefit them, or at least get them thinking, get you guys start thinking about your own self, your own growth, any anger that you have. Because this topic of anger, it may sound simple, but it's very deep. And I think we can all agree that the world have an anger issue. You know, every day when we put on the radio, or we put on the TV, or we go on social media, it's always some crime happening. Somebody did this to this person or that to that person. And I think we can all agree that it's in a downward spiral. And I feel like one of the root cause of all of this is anger, and people not knowing how to release anger in a healthy way. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody gets angry or upset at some point in their life. You know, every day, it happens every single day, to the most modest of person, you know, the most seemingly quiet and unproblematic person. We all get angry because why? We have our emotions inside. We're all different, and we're dealing with different personalities and different scenarios that we're faced with on a daily basis. And it's not always rainbows and sunshine. Sometimes people ruffle our feathers, you know, sometimes we get sensitive about things. But I say all this to say that anger is a natural human emotion, and rightfully so. If you're upset, you can feel free to express your anger, but it's not that you're upset is the problem, because as I said, we all have the right to express our anger, but it's how we do it. And that is why I'm bringing this video for you today. You know, anger is something that we all should have and exhibit from time to time, or express from time to time. Anger is something that we all should express from time to time, because while there may be a lot of negative that is projected regarding anger, there's also positives. Like, we don't want people to just walk over us and make us feel like we're passive. We don't want to come off as passive, or, you know, people can treat us any old way and we don't show any emotion and we're just smiling, because then you're gonna be perceived to be as weak, and we don't want that. We want people to see us, we want them to love us, we want them to respect us, we want them to render the same measure of positive communication as to us as we would render to them as well. No, as I said, it's not that you get upset but it's how you choose to release that if you end up releasing it. And anything can make you upset, as I said. Now, anything can happen. People get sensitive to stuff like family. You know, you attack somebody's family, it tend to push a very deep nerve, and you can get upset and angry because of that. Kids is another topic that people are very sensitive towards. Like, you always hear that saying that said, you can always talk bad about me, but when it comes to my kids, it's a no. That's like it's a no-go zone. Another thing is people offend you for whatever reason. Abuse, people are abused and they get upset and they have anger towards a certain person. Unforgiveness can cause you to be angry as well. Injustice, or just anything that is personal, anything that don't rub you the right way, can cause you to have this emotion of anger. Okay, now we're gonna look at, as we stated, those reasons for anger. We're gonna look at other ways in which a person can develop anger, or have anger in them. While I was doing my research, I came across trauma from childhood. A lot of us have traumas from childhood, things that we experienced. People treat us a certain way, and because we're younger, we're not free to express our anger outwardly, so we keep that inside. I know there's so much things that I look back on my life and I'm just like, yo, like I was really being abused. Like I was really being unfairly treated as a child, and those things are inside me. And this is the reason why, and I'm gonna discuss it later on, the importance of releasing anger, because as I said, it's deeper than just you getting angry. Literally, it's deeper. So we have trauma from childhood. We have maternal anger. Anger can be passed on from a mother to a baby while they're still in the womb. And I was doing my research and I found this out as well. And that is why it's so important as women, like when we are getting ready to, have our kids, it is so important that we have the mental strength and we're smart enough to put ourselves with somebody that is gonna respect us, somebody that's gonna love us, somebody that's gonna be there for us. Because I think we can agree that when a woman is with child, those are some of the most sensitive periods of a woman's life, and she wants the love, she wants the support, sometimes she wants the validation. As we know, women have so many emotions when we're pregnant, like when we're going through childbearing, we have so many emotion. And so if as a woman we don't put ourselves in the situation where we have a partner that is there for us emotionally, financially, in every way, to support us throughout our pregnancy, we can become resentful, we can become upset, we can become angry. Like I know a lot of I'm from the Caribbean, so I know there's a lot of suffering that goes on, and there's a lot of single parents household. There's a lot of women that get pregnant and they have to go through the process on their own, and because of this, it caused so much trauma, it caused so much anger, it caused so much resentment and towards the father. And so when a woman is going through child's birth and she don't have that support, she tend to cry a lot, she tend to feel, and our bodies go through so much changes when we're pregnant as well, and so we express those emotion in an unhealthy way sometimes, and this can translate to the baby in the womb. And so this is what they mean by maternal. Like you can inherit maternal trauma and anger from in the womb. So as you guys can see, like this is like way deeper than us just getting upset. From your bloodline, from your mom's mom, mom's dad, from your dad, your dad's dad, from your aunts. Like you can inherit anger and trauma from your bloodline, from your generation. So from just being born in a certain family, like you can literally inherit this. Like some people inherit gold and money and riches, and other people inherit anger and trauma, and this is like really bad. Now I'm gonna read this from my notes. Anger, if not properly released in a healthy way, can be stored up in your body and turn into trauma and that will evolve into disease and make you sick. So a lot of people that is upset, right, and they don't release that anger in a healthy way. As I said, people have trauma from their childhood, and because they're so young, they didn't have the voice to release that anger, and so they kept that bottled up inside them until they're in adulthood, right? And that caused them to, and the next thing you know, you're sick, you have cancer, you have diabetes, you have, now granted, there's so many things that can cause these disease to come about, but one of the main factor, guys, is stored up anger. And so if you haven't done the work on yourself to heal and to, get that anger, that negative energy out of your body, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up, you're putting yourself in a position to be sick. And we don't want that. On our level up journey, we want to heal. We want to release anger. We want to show up as our best self, and we don't want nothing to stop us, because we're going for the marriage, we're going for the kids, we're going for the money, and the last thing we want is unhealed trauma to stop us by making us sick. And this is one of the main reasons why I'm definitely taking the responsibility to do my inner work, to heal, so that I can show up as my best self. And I definitely want this for you as well. Now, I'm gonna give you a few ways that you can release your anger in a healthy way. Number one, now this can be used in a relationship dynamic. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be platonic as well. It could be at work, whatever it is. As long as there's another person involved who made you upset, you can communicate your feelings. A lot of times people find it so hard. I can even attest to this. Like me, when I get upset, I need a moment. I definitely need a moment. If I'm upset about something, we can't talk about it then and there. We will talk about it, but I need a moment to gather my thoughts, else I'm gonna be so rude, I'm gonna be so disrespectful, and I'm gonna say things that end up hurting the next person. So what I usually say if I'm upset is I say, give me a minute, let me go and compose myself, and then I can talk about what is bothering me, how it's bothering me, and so we can come up with a solution to move forward. So definitely verbally communicating your feelings, your thoughts is gonna help you to release your anger in a healthy way. Number two, if you feel like talking to that person is not for you, you don't want to talk to them, there's another way we can do this. We can journal. We can write it down. And I was watching a video the other day, and the lady was saying, we can, let's say we're upset at someone, we can write that person a letter, letting them know how they made us feel. We can get it out. We can scream. We can, on paper, we're talking, we can scream on the paper. We can say whatever it is that we're feeling inside, but just write it down. Get it out, let it out. And if you want, you can give it to that person, or you can burn it. But the point is, you release what you're feeling. So that's tip number two. Tip number three, and this one is so funny, but I promise you it worked because I have tried it myself, is you can scream. So go in a place where it's safe, obviously where no one is gonna hear you screaming and think that it's an emergency. And what I like to do is get a pillow, put my head in the pillow, and scream. Like literally scream at the top of your lungs until you release that. Because what we don't know is when we get, so anger is like energy. It's energy basically. And so when we don't release it, it gets stored in our body, somewhere in our body. All of a sudden we find that somewhere is hurting us. Our foot is hurting us. Our leg is hurting us. Our neck, somewhere is hurting us. A lot of times it's stored up and bottled up trauma. So we want to find a healthy way to release that energy and free your body. So screaming in a pillow is a great way to release bottled up anger. The next point I have here is, and this one is a fun one, this is dance. Move in your body, literally move in your body slowly, like put on your favorite music and dance. Like, you can grind, you can whine, you can do whatever it is, but just moving your body is gonna help you to release that stored up anger. The next thing, and this is similar to my previous point, is to punch a pillow. Yes. Or if you have access to like a punching bag, punch that bag. Punch the out of it. Punch it until you feel good inside. I know you can't see the energy coming out. You can't really physically see the anger, but you're gonna feel so much better after you're done punching that pillow or punching that punching bag. I've tried this myself. I've done it with the pillow. It's actually really, really good. The next tip I have for you is deep breathing. And I cannot tell you how good this one really is. This is something that I myself have been using as well. Deep breathing, meditation, guys. So I've been home more often than I usually is, because usually I would be at work, but since I'm working for myself now, I have more time at home. And let me just tell you, I have been nurturing myself and it feels so amazing. I want this for you too. So meditation is definitely something that I've incorporated in my daily routine as a part of my self-care. Just sitting in stillness, taking a few deep breaths. So take a deep breath, hold it, then release it. Doing that, especially when you're angry and you're upset, this is going to help you to calm down. And once you're calm, you're going to think about, the situation, and then you're going to find a healthier angle to approach it. So yeah. And then my last and final point to release anger in a healthy way is to exercise. This is another one that I need to build more discipline around, but I'm definitely getting there, one step at a time. Exercise, working out, even if it's 15 or 20 minutes a day, or even stretching. Like, you can literally stretch as well, because when you do that, like, you're opening up yourself and you're giving the energy a way to flow. So it's gonna definitely flow out of you, and over time you're gonna feel good, and with this last one, you're gonna look good too as well. So definitely, I'm sure I've listed a few of them here. I think I listed about 8. I'm sure that there's something for everyone, but definitely when you find yourself that you're upset, definitely find a healthy way to release your anger, because this is gonna keep you healthy. This is gonna help you to level up, and you're gonna show up as your best self. If you're a woman watching this, you're going to show up as, this is going to help you to step into your femininity. If you're a man watching this, you're going to step into your healthy masculine. So healthy feminine, healthy masculine is what we're going for. And so that brings us to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoy, and I hope that you're going to take away a thing or two from this video today, and we're going to all practice releasing our anger in a healthy way. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.